Imagine a scene, carefully constructed in your mind. You have diligently researched, absorbing countless articles, generously purchasing the most delightful toys, and meticulously preparing the most inviting bed imaginable. Then, the carrier door opens, and a diminutive, fluffy being hesitantly ventures into your abode. In your most cherished dreams, this creature immediately begins to purr, affectionately rubbing against your legs, and contentedly curling up in your lap. You anticipate an instantaneous bond, a love that blossoms at first sight. But what is the reality that unfolds before you?
Sie längse Reikens.
And a pair of enormous frightened eyes gaze back at you from the shadow depths beneath the sofa. 1 hour passes, then 2, and then the entire evening stretches onward, and your new companion remains concealed, seemingly impervious to both the offered food and your gentle soothing coaxing. A treacherous thought, unbidden, begins to insinuate itself into your mind. Perhaps it does not like me? Perhaps I have inadvertently done something wrong. Cease such thoughts immediately. You have done everything precisely as you should. You simply have yet to learn the most significant secret to unlocking a cat's heart, the mystical and invaluable 333 rule.
3 days in the shadows. Who are you, and what do you want?
Let us, for a moment, attempt to perceive the world through the eyes of your feline friend. It has just been extracted from the only environment it has ever known and transported to a vast, echoing universe filled with unfamiliar and unsettling smells and frightening sounds. To this small creature, you represent a gigantic, unpredictable being. It possesses no knowledge of whether you are friend or foe. Therefore, its singular objective for the initial 72 hours is survival. Hiding beneath the bed is not an act of defiance or a display of holding a grudge. It is an ancient instinct, deeply ingrained, screaming, "Find a safe place."
Sacre fuge.
And your primary responsibility during this crucial stage is not to forcibly drag it out into the light, but rather to become a seamless part of the furniture. Yes, a calm, predictable, and utterly harmless element of its new and unfamiliar world. Simply replenish the water and food silently, speak in a soft, low voice, and scrupulously avoid any sudden movements. During these 3 days, you are not endeavoring to forge a friendship. You are instead constructing a foundation of safety, unequivocally proving one vital concept: you are safe here. This is a haven. 3 weeks of reconnaissance. The first steps to trust. Once your cat is finally convinced that you do not intend to devour it, the true magic begins to unfold. Typically, during the 2nd or 3rd week, curiosity gradually begins to outweigh fear. It initiates its first tentative forays from its hiding place, often under the cloak of night. And you will begin to notice those small, seemingly insignificant, but incredibly important victories. There it is, finally eating for the very first time while you are present in the same room. There it is, cautiously sniffing the leg of your armchair, its whiskers twitching with cautious curiosity.
Enten, oh, atro miracle.
It allows itself to drift off to sleep, not hidden beneath the sofa, but curled up in a corner on the rug. Each of these steps represents a giant leap forward in your burgeoning relationship. It is during these 3 weeks that its true personality begins to emerge, slowly and subtly. Suddenly, you discover that it adores chasing sunbeams across the floor, that its ear twitches comically in its sleep, that it prefers to drink water exclusively from your glass. It remains wary, undoubtedly, but it is now willing to grant you a chance. 3 months to the throne. How your home becomes its kingdom. If the initial 3 weeks were a period of tentative reconnaissance, the subsequent 3 months represent a full-scale takeover. Having successfully navigated the survival and trust stages, the cat finally comprehends: this is my home. And these people are my family.
I belong here. The transformation is nothing short of astonishing.
Yesterday's frightened creature is now strutting confidently around the house with its tail held high, a picture of feline assurance. It no longer seeks refuge when guests arrive, but instead studies them with a mixture of curiosity and regal disdain. It greets you at the door, vocally demands its fair share of affection, jumps onto the bed without invitation, and brazenly sleeps on your pillow as though it were its rightful throne.
This is triumph.
This is the precise moment you realize that all your patience and understanding have paid off handsomely, far beyond your initial expectations. From a quiet stranger, your cat has evolved into the rightful queen or king of its small but exceedingly cozy kingdom, ruling with a velvet paw and an iron will. The key lesson of the 333 rule: we do not simply get a cat, we build a world with it. Let us delve into the heart of the so-called 333 rule and discover its true essence. It transcends the simple notion of a mere instruction manual designed to assist in the acclimatization of an animal. Instead, it stands as one of the most profound and illuminating lessons in both empathy and patience that one could ever hope to receive. It serves as a stark and potent reminder that genuine, deeply rooted relationships, be they with a feline companion or a fellow human being, are not forged instantaneously, with a mere snap of one's fingers. They demand an investment of time, a profound respect for personal boundaries, and an unwavering willingness to strive to understand the other individual's perspective, their needs, and their fears. We possess no power to coerce another into loving us. Such affection must spring forth of its own accord. However, we absolutely possess the ability to cultivate a haven, a world that is safe, warm, and inviting, a cozy environment within which that very love can take root, be nurtured, and ultimately flourish at its own natural pace. And when, after a period of 3 months, your cat, which had once recoiled at the mere shadow you cast, tentatively approaches and curls up contentedly upon your chest, you will come to a profound realization. You have not simply acquired a pet, an animal companion to share your space. You have, in fact, meticulously constructed an entire universe founded upon the bedrock of mutual trust and understanding. And that, believe me when I say, is an experience that is truly priceless, beyond any monetary value one could possibly ascribe to it.